Imagine millions of cells in your body dying every second, and most of the time, you don't even feel a thing. But what happens when cell death becomes tissue death? That's when the body starts sending danger signals you can't ignore. Today, we're diving deep into the invisible drama inside your body, the microscopic battle between life and death, and why understanding it could save your organs, prevent disease, and even explain aging itself. This is not just biology, it's your body's hidden reality. From the tiniest cell to entire tissues, we'll explore the mechanisms, the consequences, and the science behind what keeps us alive, and what slowly kills us. Let's start at the smallest scale, the cell. Cells are the building blocks of your body, from neurons in your brain to cardiomyocytes in your heart, and each has its own lifespan. Cell death is not always bad. In fact, it's essential. There are two primary forms, apoptosis and necrosis. Apoptosis, or programmed cell death, is highly regulated. It's like a cellular self-destruct system triggered when a cell is damaged, infected, or simply no longer needed. The cell activates enzymes called caspases, fragments its DNA, shrinks, and forms tiny packets called apoptotic bodies. These are then safely consumed by immune cells or neighboring cells. No mess, no inflammation. Your body uses apoptosis constantly, during embryonic development to shape organs, in adults to eliminate defective cells, and to prevent cancer. Necrosis, however, is uncontrolled and chaotic. Triggered by extreme stress, like trauma, toxins, or lack of oxygen, cells swell, rupture, and spill their contents. This triggers inflammation, which can damage surrounding tissues. Unlike apoptosis, necrosis is dangerous when it affects large numbers of cells. It's your body's alarm system screaming something is seriously wrong. Here's where it gets fascinating. One dead cell usually goes unnoticed, but tissues are made of billions of cells working together. When too many cells die at once, tissue function declines. Tissue death, or necrotic tissue, can happen in the heart during a heart attack, in the brain during a stroke, or in limbs due to severe infections like gangrene. Think of tissues like an orchestra. If one musician stops playing, the music continues. But if half the orchestra drops out, chaos ensues. Similarly, tissues rely on a critical mass of healthy cells. When necrosis dominates, organs fail, inflammation spreads, and if unchecked, the organism faces life-threatening consequences. Interestingly, not all tissues are equal. Skin regenerates constantly, so cell death is rarely a problem. Neurons, heart muscle cells, and certain kidney cells barely regenerate. That's why damage in these areas is often permanent. Your body simply cannot replace those lost cells fast enough. On a molecular level, the choice between cell survival and death is complex. Cells constantly monitor themselves through stress response pathways. Autophagy is one such mechanism. The cell recycles damaged organelles and proteins to survive. But if stress overwhelms these systems, it triggers apoptosis or necrosis. For example, DNA damage activates p53, a protein often called the guardian of the genome. If the damage is repairable, p53 halts cell division to fix it. If not, it signals apoptosis, ensuring defective cells don't proliferate. On the other hand, excessive oxidative stress caused by free radicals or toxins can trigger necrosis, leading to inflammation and tissue injury. Even at the organ level, these cellular processes matter. During a heart attack, oxygen deprivation kills cardiomyocytes. The surrounding tissue experiences inflammation, scarring, and impaired function. In the brain, necrotic neurons release glutamate, creating a toxic cascade that worsens stroke outcomes. Understanding cell death isn't just academic, it has real-world consequences. Cancer occurs when apoptosis fails, letting abnormal cells survive and multiply. Neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's involve excessive apoptosis of neurons, leading to cognitive decline. Heart attacks, strokes, liver failure, and chronic inflammatory diseases all involve necrotic tissue damage. Even aging is linked to cell death. Over time, the balance between cell renewal and death shifts. Stem cell populations decline, apoptosis may slow, necrosis can increase, and tissues gradually lose function. Essentially, aging is the slow erosion of tissue integrity at the cellular level. So what can science teach us about protecting our tissues? Lifestyle factors play a role in regulating cell death. Proper nutrition, antioxidants, exercise, and avoiding toxins reduce oxidative stress, limit necrosis, and support apoptosis for healthy tissue turnover. Research into drugs that modulate apoptosis or promote tissue regeneration is ongoing. These drugs have potential treatments for cancer, heart disease, and neurodegeneration. The key takeaway: your health depends on the microscopic balance between cell survival and death. One tiny cell dying quietly is normal, But when tissue death spreads, your body sends unmistakable warnings. Next time you think about your body, remember, a silent war is happening inside you every second. Cells die, tissues fight to survive, and the balance between life and death keeps you alive. Understanding it isn't just fascinating, it could be the key to living longer, healthier, and stronger. If you found this mind-blowing, hit like, subscribe, and comment below. Would you rather save a single cell or prevent tissue death? Let's uncover the secrets of your body together.